Alright. Gonna fletch a few of my buddy's arrows here. He likes to shoot them bloodlines. And he's been tearing them up. That you know, Easton makes a good arrow. I tell you what, man, I'd say just pick what you like, because I think, hell, man, I think about every damn arrow company makes a good arrow now. I like those new, they come out with some new victories. Y'all might have seen them. They're the real rest in peace. Supposed to be about like the axis diameter. And also you can get them in a 1/straightness. I guess it'd be a 1/1000th straightness for not that expensive. I mean, I can't remember exactly what they are. I think they're about $12, $13 a shaft. Which isn't cheap neither, but you know, for an arrow with that small diameter and that kind of straightness, and that's hard to beat, really. Now, these axis I've been shooting is just a 3 straightness, and I don't know. I think they make those in a 6, 3, and a 1. The new victories, but I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't. Anything 3 or better, as good as they, you know, technology is, and as good arrows as they're making today. I don't really think you're gonna have trouble with any of them shooting straight. Mostly what I look for in an arrow is just I like, you know, of course, the first thing before anything is you need to have the correct spine arrow, and that includes whether you're going to shoot a 100 or 125 grain field point and broadhead, because a heavier head is going to make the shaft flex more. So you'll have to use a stiffer arrow for the same bow if you use a heavier head. But if you just call Easton or Carbon Express, Gold Tip, anybody, whoever's arrows you want to use, tell them you set up, tell them the pounds. They ought to be able to get you spined right over the phone. They got a chart they go by, and they all been making arrows a long time. And if you follow them charts, you shouldn't have any trouble. If your bow's tuned good, how to get one to fly perfect for you. Also, I seen some new, or I don't know if they're new or not, might not be, but I just recently seen them. I got a buddy that told me about them, and I looked at them. There's some arrows called Rush. I don't think they're made in America, but they're a skinny. I looked on their site and it says they take an Easton G knock, so they're skinny like an injection, but they have an outskirt, so you can shoot any type of broadhead you want. Now, that's why, as far as me, I don't really shoot the injections, cause yeah, this one ain't too bad. We can probably just put another fletching on it. I don't really shoot the injections because that deep 6, you have to, you know, limit your broadhead selection, and they got some good NAP. I know they got some good ones. I know one guy that's using them, and he's using a hypodermic in a deep 6. I mean, they do have, I wouldn't say a big selection, but they do have a small selection of different broadheads you can use with them, but I don't like being limited on my broadhead choices. I've been shooting some slick tricks, man, and I'm telling you, they're only a 1 1/8 inch cutting diameter, but it's a 4 blade. And they're sharp as hell, and they just fly perfect. And I think they're really hard to beat. And I'm not 100% positive, but I'm 99% positive slick trick don't make nothing in a deep 6 thread, so that would take me away from them, so yeah, don't think I'm gonna do that. Now also, you know, there's the Victory, just like the Vaps, which is a good arrow. It uses that outskirt, which is what I think. I know the Rush use an outskirt, and I haven't seen them in person, but well, those rips, those new Victories, actually, I don't think they use an outskirt. I think they've got some kind of just a heavy insert, because their axis diameter, so they shouldn't actually need an outskirt, because you can still get a conventional broadhead to fit in the axis. So I'm not sure, but I'm not really a big outskirt fan. Probably nothing wrong with them. I don't really care much about fooling with them. Now, Carbon Express, you know, they make some good arrows. Those reds, I was shooting them for a while, and had good luck with them. And then I know a lot of people that shoot the Blue Streak for 3D. They're an accurate arrow. They're nice and fast. And if I was gonna set up just a 3D arrow, that's probably what I would shoot as a blue streak. Or either that or some Easton, the torches. The only thing about that is I talked to one guy, he said, man, those torches, man, they're hard, they're tough to get out of a 3D target. And I know about any kind of arrow is, besides maybe a full metal jacket, where they have that aluminum, they're easier to get out. But he said them torches, man, you pretty much stepping on top of them 3Ds trying to yank them things out. So I'd probably shoot some of them blue streaks. But as far as for a hunting arrow, them reds, and now they've came out with the blue streak. Well, they just call them the blue RZ. Which what it is it's you get the blue streak weight with the triple spine of the red zone. So it's just a lighter version of the Maxima Red, basically. I think they're really good arrows. The only thing is, after shooting them, doing a few testing with broadheads, I'm shooting these Easton Axis with a fixed blade with the slick tricks, which is what I plan on using. I mean, they're hitting exactly dead on with my field points. So, you know, I'm not sure if I really need that technology they put in there, because it don't shoot no straighter when it's already shooting straight. I'd say maybe for some of the bigger, real bulkier, like 125 grain fixed broadheads and stuff, they may help you a little bit. I don't know. All I know is that usually if the bow's tuned right, those axes, they fly just as good for me. They're smaller diameter. I think I'm going to get a little more penetration. They're just a little bit heavier, which puts me at about, I weighed my arrows the other day, and they were anywhere coming in from 424 to 426 grains. So right at 4 1/4. And you're gonna vary a grain or two, even if the arrows are weighed the same, just because you may have a little more glue on the inserts and fletchings than one or the other. But that's not anything. I mean, even shooting a group out to 50 yards, 60 yards, wherever, however far, really, 1 or 2 grains isn't gonna make any difference. Even if you shot them, especially with human error involved, man, even if you shot them out of a machine, I don't even think you could really tell any difference in that. But anyway, they cost a lot less than the reds, but I like the small diameter, and they shoot good for me, and that's just what I'm going with right now. It's never really bad to experiment with different arrows, though. If it ain't broke, you don't need to fix it, though, at the same time. So that's also something that I believe in. The biggest thing, like I said, I like to get my arrows around 425 grains or so, I got like some Full Metal Jacket 300s up here, 125 grain tips. These are like 520 grain arrows, and they will absolutely lay the thumping on something. But I cut that weight down to about 425. I'd say anything from 4 to 430. I like to be a little, like I said, 4 1/4 is about where I like to be. But with that weight, it actually helps me hunting a little bit because it's gonna shoot a lot flatter than that heavier arrow. So if I misjudge a little, it's not gonna hurt me near as bad. But coming off that bow, man, I'm still getting full pass-throughs on everything, so it weighs enough. It's still not too light. A really light arrow, that's gonna give you the most forgiveness on misjudgment, but I don't feel that a real light arrow is gonna penetrate as well as I want it. Also, I feel like if you get them too light, they can start flying a little funny, and the bows can get a little loud too. So for me, I don't really prefer a super heavy or super light arrow. I feel like there's a happy medium. It's really gonna work good for hunting. But that, that's just what I think. Other people believe different. People kill deer with all kinds of arrows, all kinds of weights, all kinds of draw weights. There's a lot of stuff that works, but I just try to narrow it down to what's gonna give me the best. I feel like the best success rate, and works pretty good for me. Got a few of these X's here that I'm fletching for myself. But yeah, man, hell, you talk about arrows and bows all day, man. I love it. I love it. When I was younger, I did some rifle hunting, and I tell you what, I'll probably, besides maybe just to shoot one, I'll probably never pick up a gun to hunt with again, man, cause, man, I just love these bow and arrows, I just love thumping them with an arrow. Rifle hunting. Now, if you're a rifle hunter, don't think I got a problem with you. We all hunters at the end of the day. I'm just glad to see anybody outside and passionate about what they do, but for me, man, I had a Remington, a 700, 7mm, and I had quite a few rifles, but 200 yards, it was nothing for me to put that scope on them and take them. And you don't. The thing is, for me, it's not as rewarding. You don't get the when you're bow hunting, You gotta wait on that animal to come in there. We don't want us to see any movement, don't want us to scent us, don't want them to hear us. You have to be real stealth-like, and with all that, be able to place a good, draw back the bow without being noticed, place a good shot. With a rifle from that far, man, all you gotta do is sit there and shoot the deer. If you're just wanting the meat or whatever, but as far as the challenge and excitement and getting adrenaline going and all, it's not really there for me. It's it's just totally different. I know a lot of guys like muzzle loading, because they have to let them get a little closer with them. But I don't know, man. I love a bow, and that's what I prefer to hunt with. Got some axes I wrapped and fletched here. Got a little bright orange and a white and black tiger stripe. Look like an AM zebra to me, but that's what they call it. Looks pretty good. Alright, well, I'm gonna get this fella's bloodlines here, these eastern bloodlines. I'm gonna get them wrapped and fletched for him. We shoot a little 3D together, like to shoot a lot together, and he's shooting them good, man. Shooting an old Z7, and he's shooting it good. He's shooting it as good as anything probably put in his hands. But yeah, we just love it, man. We love to shoot. We love it. Ain't nothing else we'd rather be doing. Oh Lord, except you can't let your old lady hear that. She don't like that. But yeah, man, y'all have a good day. I'm gonna get these arrows done for this fella.